What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time.
Remember when Diana Taurasi questioned whether Caitlin Clark would make an impact in the WNBA? Well, not only did those comments age poorly, they collapsed under the sheer weight of Clark's historic rookie season. Reality has a name, and it's Caitlin Clark. From the moment she stepped on the court, Clark didn't just silence the doubters. She redefined what a rookie season could be. She didn't just win Rookie of the Year, she claimed a spot on the All-WNBA first team, and shattered an unbelievable 62 records along the way. And now, even the league's former MVPs can't ignore her greatness. In this video, we'll break down how 10 past WNBA MVPs are showing Clark the respect she's earned. But here's the twist. There's an unexpected 11th and 12th name on this list. And trust us, what they said will leave you speechless.
A lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
Let's talk numbers. Because Caitlin Clark didn't just make history, she rewrote it. Most assists in a single season? Check. Most in a single game? Also check. Three-point records? Shattered highest number of all-star votes in league history? You already know the answer. And here's the scariest part. She's just getting started. Can you even imagine what year 2 is going to look like?
She just absolutely did it all and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, certainly little girls, certainly mine as well, playing her basketball and watching her play.
So, what's making these former MVPs speak up now? And for some of them, what's making them backtrack on their earlier takes? Let's break it all down. First up, Breanna Stewart, a 3-time WNBA champion and 2-time league MVP. Stewart wasted no time giving Caitlin Clark the respect she's earned. After just a month in the league, Stewart, who knows firsthand what it takes to dominate at the highest level, didn't hesitate to acknowledge Clark's immediate impact.
Caitlin is a great player, and I think the way that she's kind of came into this league, she's continuing to hold her own and show everyone what she can do.
Stewart, who has been in the spotlight for years, spoke openly about Clark's incredible impact, not just on the Indiana Fever, but on the entire league. She didn't just say Clark was meeting expectations. She admitted Clark was rewriting the script for what a rookie could achieve. With record-breaking performances, a massive fan following, and undeniable talent, Clark wasn't just fitting in. She was proving she belonged among the game's elite. And Stewart? She was one of the first to acknowledge it.
Aside from the numbers, the viewership, the attendance, the way that she plays the game, she's ultra competitive. Her ability to really stretch the floor and find her teammates.
Praise from a player of Stewart's caliber speaks volumes. This wasn't just casual appreciation. This was a multi-time champion acknowledging that something special was unfolding. Clark hadn't just arrived in the WNBA. She was already elevating the conversation around the league.
She has these games where it's like you have to guard her wherever she is.
Next up, Candace Parker. A 2-time WNBA MVP and multiple-time champion, Parker didn't just acknowledge Clark's impact. She embraced it. She recognized that Clark isn't just a rising star. She's a game-changer, bringing a new level of excitement and visibility to women's basketball.
It takes time for people to want to be a part of it and to see it. I think it does take star power, and we're seeing how the value of that in the Caitlin Clark.
A respected basketball analyst for TNT, Parker has used her platform to emphasize just how much Caitlin Clark is changing the game, not just for women's basketball, but for the sport as a whole.
I think that's what she's done for the game. in general. I don't say women's basketball, I say the game of basketball, period. You want to see a show, and I think that that's the biggest thing. You always talk about Steph being a showman. I mean, this is a showman right here.
Yes.
You're able to have sellout crowds to come and see you play. You have student sections that hate you, that want you to lose. That's what sports is, and that's what competition is, and Caitlin's brought all of that in.
Clark's game has seriously impressed Parker. She's broken down the different aspects that make Clark special, from her elite court vision to her deep shooting range. Parker even made one thing clear. The moment Clark steps into the gym, she's a defensive priority.
Listen, you talk about players that change the game when they're on the court, whether they're touching the ball or not. You have to guard her when she steps into the gym. And so I don't think we've seen anything like that in women's basketball. I've played against a number of great shooters.
Yes.
Somebody that when they walk in the gym, you have to guard them. And I think the way the game is played has allowed her to showcase that skill, to be able to take that shot. That shot's being a good shot. It speaks to where basketball is right now.
Next up, Tina Charles, the second leading scorer in WNBA history and the 2012 league MVP. Charles didn't just acknowledge Clark's talent, she spoke about the Caitlin Clark effect and the undeniable impact she's having on the league.
Yeah, I mean, the energy that we're getting, the reception, the eyes that we're getting on us, it's amazing. And it's just because of that new generation that's coming in.
A well-respected veteran, multiple-time All-Star, and member of the WNBA Top 25 anniversary team, Tina Charles has seen stars come and go. So when one of the game's most respected players says she feels lucky to witness and compete against Clark, a generational talent, that's not just praise. That's validation.
Obviously, we know who Caitlin Clark is and what she's been able, her impact in this league and especially this year. So however we can get it, I'll take it for me personally. So just thankful that I'm able to be a part of it and still be here to witness it. Yeah.
Now, here's something that might warm your heart. Caitlin Clark's childhood basketball hero was none other than Minnesota Lynx legend Maya Moore, the 2014 WNBA MVP. And in a full-circle moment, Moore recently shared how she actually met a young Clark years ago, before the world knew her name.
It's just really, really cool to think about one of those little girls who became Caitlin Clark. So I think it just goes to show you, when you just do your best to be in the moment and treat people with kindness, and just be present when you can, it really makes a big difference. And looking at the type of person and leader that she can be with people.
The connection between these two has only grown over the years. In a heartfelt moment, Moore surprised Clark before her final regular season's game at Iowa, and the reactions on their faces? Absolutely priceless.
I still feel like I was this tall and freaking out, and I ran across the court, gave you a hug. I know. Now I'm like taller than you. Oh my God.
You can see the pure joy on Clark's face when she meets Moore. A moment that speaks volumes. It's not just about admiration. It's a testament to Moore recognizing Clark's impact on the sport. Talk about a full-circle moment. Clark has openly shared that the reason she takes time for her fans, especially young girls and boys, is because of Moore's influence on her growing up.
All I ever wanted to do was meet her. I didn't have a phone. My dad didn't have his phone, so I just ran over. It's like, can you sign my shirt? Signed my shirt, gave her a hug, ran away. It's like the most vivid memory I have of like women's basketball growing up. And like, honestly, like I still tell everybody that story because it meant so much to me. It's like so cool.
Enter Nneka Ogwumike, the 2016 WNBA MVP and a perennial All-Star. After their All-Star game win, Nneka didn't hesitate to show Clark some love, acknowledging her talent and the impact she's already making in the league.
I mean, I thought that they were professional, like as anyone at this level would be. I'm always impressed by the two of them. I think it was also really fun to see them playing together tonight. They had some synergy and the maturity that they have going in, not even just being here at All-Star.
Clearly a fan. Nneka stated that Clark's impact is undeniable, a sentiment that keeps growing across the league. And now let's talk about Sheryl Swoopes, Clark's most vocal critic. Remember her? Well, her former teammate and the WNBA's first ever MVP, Cynthia Cooper, is shutting down the hate and showing Clark some well-earned respect.
I'm sitting there like, oh my God. But she's so crafty. This is what people don't know about Caitlin. She's not just a three-point shooter. She's a great passer, not a mediocre passer, not so-so. She is a great passer, but also she's crafty. I saw her get the ball, lay it up on the back door cut, like they waiting for her to pop out to the three-point line. Boom, she slips back door, gets that bucket. Like, she is crafty, and she's just a rookie. She's just a rookie. That level of greatness, that level of play on a consistent basis as a rookie puts you up in the upper echelon of any league, definitely the W.
Cooper didn't just acknowledge Clark's talent. She took it a step further, saying that putting Caitlin Clark on Team USA is great for America and great for basketball. Talk about the ultimate flowers.
I would have put Caitlin Clark on Team USA, absolutely. Any USA basketball experience for someone as young as Caitlin Clark is going to benefit America for years and years and years and years. So, yeah, I would have put her absolutely on Team USA.
Indiana Fever legend, WNBA champion, and 2011 MVP Tamika Catchings recently showed her love for Clark, praising her impact on the entire sport. For someone who has witnessed the Fever's highs and lows and knows their fan base inside and out, hearing this from Catchings is serious praise.
I wish, Caitlin Clark had that experience this year because she's our future.
Next up, 2021 WNBA MVP and champion, Jonquel Jones, who isn't just praising Clark, she's defending her from all the critics and haters. Jones made it clear, Clark belongs, and the negativity needs to stop.
I just want to ask, to start off, Caitlin Clark right now, Indiana Fever. What is she doing for the WNBA? How much do you love it?
Obviously, Caitlin Clark effect, being able to come in, but what I think is what she brings.
Yeah.
Coming from the college realm, there's a lot of great rookies that have come in. She's definitely spearheading it all.
JJ stepping in to defend Caitlin Clark wasn't just unexpected. It was a game-changing moment that flipped the entire script and shut down the haters in a big way.
You have to be careful when you say like the Fever fans, because I don't think it's the Fever fans. I think it's the people that wanted Caitlin Clark to be a certain type of way and they thought that she was, and so they became Caitlin Clark fans, assuming that, and then they realized like, oh no, she's actually not racist.
Jones' defense of Clark was more than just support. It was a powerful statement that cut through the noise. She reminded everyone that as the league grows, it must embrace its stars and avoid harmful narratives. Speaking of MVPs, remember when three-time WNBA MVP Lisa Leslie suggested that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese should be co-rookies of the year?
They wanted to latch on to Caitlin Clark and then use her as, this fuel to be able to be the way that they want it to be. They want her to be the representation of their racism and their view on the world, and she's not like that.
Well, that comment clearly didn't age well. Lisa Leslie is now fully on Team Clark, shutting down the haters after Clark's record-breaking performances. And at 10, we come full circle. Diana Taurasi herself. The 2009 MVP and the WNBA's all-time leading scorer had some strong words early on. But as the season progressed, reality hit. Here she is, hugging Caitlin during one of their last matchups. A moment that says it all.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. What Caitlin's been able to do in her short career so far has just been nothing short of remarkable. The one thing that I really love about her, she loves the game. You can tell she's put the work in. And even, throughout, her short WNBA career, it's been a lot of pressure, a lot of things thrown at her, and she keeps showing up and keeps getting better every single game. So her future is super bright, and being a veteran and being in this league for a long time, it's pretty cool to see that and going into the future.
And in her last press conference, nothing but flowers for Caitlin Clark. Maybe it's because Taurasi got swept in all 4 games she played against Clark this season, including the All-Star game. Reality hit hard.
All we do is have fun. With Caitlin Clark, who never takes anything serious, I tell people all the time, she's really a kid at heart.
At a surprise number 11, we have former All-Star, Game MVP and Clark's mentor Erica Wheeler. Known for keeping it real, Wheeler shut down the false narratives about Indiana's locker room being toxic. Instead, she revealed how Clark's humor brings the team together, turning pressure into laughter and chemistry, a true sign of leadership.